This is John McAllister with Around the State, my new podcast. And tonight I'm going to talk with offensive lineman Jalen Slappy from Columbus Eastmoor Academy. I first saw him at the football camp at Ohio State on Tuesday, and I really like him. He's kind of a sleeper, man. He's got some work to do. He's raw, but I really like his effort. And he is almost 6'6" and 285 and can move. So with that, I'm excited for him, and hopefully.
You say?
Where'd you work out tonight?
Hope Fitness with Derek Alexander, so it went really well.
That's pretty good workout and everything. I was so impressed with you at the Ohio State football camp, and I wanted to get you on my podcast, and excited about talking to you. What's the best thing about football?
The best thing about football is the competition to me, just being competitive, and you could play going to college and being able to, like, you have a chance to go pro or whatever you have to do. Like, it's just like a second, like, you can't play football forever, but like it's a good thing in your life. That's just me. But
Good, good, and you get a chance to uh, push people around legally, right?
yes.
Show your aggression and everything. And that's really good. That's good. Uh, what about right now? What any other sports you play? I think you said you played basketball some, and
Yes.
and threw the shot this past spring.
Yes. I'm playing basketball this upcoming season, so it's gonna be good.
That'll be good. Your junior year, that'll be good. Big guy like you, and I think every big offensive lineman should be a basketball player if they can.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't want to be 15th man, but
Mm-hmm.
you want to be a basketball player, and that's really good. And then track, throwing the shot helps your explosiveness. It's good as well. Uh, as you're going through high school now, you're going into being in your junior year. Anybody that's kind of been a guide for you, kind of been a motivator or helped you get where you are? Any people like that?
Yes, I would have to say my parents and Brendan Knox for sure.
Brandon Knox, your parents, we joked one other time. How's your mom doing?
She's
She kind
doing
of
real.
runs the show, doesn't she?
Yes, she for sure. She does that.
That's really good and keeps you in line. And I'm sure they go to all your functions and everything else. Uh, Brandon Knox, tell us a little bit about Brandon Knox. We don't
Uh,
know.
well, Brendan Knox went to Franco Heights when he was in high school. He wasn't a big star. He was only a 2 star. So he went to Marshall. But like he didn't play till like his sophomore year, I think, and he like broke the rushing yards in his in that league. And then he played good enough to be able to get a chance to play in the NFL. So
That's really good. Where is he now? You
he play,
know,
he plays for the Dallas Cowboys right now.
with the Cowboys. Yeah, I always thought he was a really, really tough north south runner, and but he was so strong. He just didn't have fifth gear, but not everybody has to have fifth gear.
Mm.
And, running backs, they just have to stay on their feet and be able vision, I think, is important. That's good. And he's given you kind of a motivation that there is a chance to play in the NFL, isn't there? I mean, if you're good enough,
Yes,
right
sir.
place, right time. Okay. Any NFL or college football players besides Brandon that you look up to or kind of watch and say, "Hey, man, I really like that guy's style," especially linemen. Any linemen that you follow at
Uh,
all?
it would have to be like he's kind of a veteran though. It have to be Trent Williams. Yeah, I really like him. I really like his style, the way he plays.
Uh huh.
Yeah, I
Good.
feel like I like play like him, kind of like I mirror his game because he's not the biggest, but he's quick on his feet. He's real athletic. He runs fast at the offensive tackle position. So
Good. Tell me, I saw you at the Ohio State camp, and we talked about this. You are almost 6'6" and 285, and you only have to get to another inch. And boy, that puts you up in that highlight category, man. 6'7", 6'6", offensive lineman. You might be a tackle. And what are your strengths as an offensive lineman right now?
I feel like my strengths are number one, like I just said, being real athletic, quick on my feet, having long arms and knowing how to use them, and just my technique in general. And that's what I feel like is my strengths.
Good, good. And the flip side of that, what do you have to work on?
What I have to work on is just staying like keeping like my posture for on a tackle position, like my get down and kick back slide to keep that posture. Like just stay low all the time. Since I'm such a big guy, I gotta learn how to stay low all the time. Not play.
I agree with you on all those counts. I agree with you as a positive thing. You do have long arms, and I think you can bend and you're athletic. It's just that, and this is not a knock on anybody, but you just haven't learned to play low yet.
Mhm.
Because you're a big guy, you just kind of play high. Well, you can bend though. It's just a matter of playing lower, I think. And then I really like the way you move around. And I know you're tough. I saw you in the one-on-ones at Ohio State camp, and you kept battling. If you were left tackle and you went and right away you're trying to go over to right tackle or right guard, and that's huge, man. That's really good. It's really good. Okay, with that being said, I have 3 or 4 crazy questions. Here's the first one. Okay. Excuse me. If you could change places with somebody for one day, who would it be? One day.
It would have to be
Be
LeBron.
anybody.
It would
United
have.
States president, it can be anybody, a coach, a player, anybody. Who would it be?
It would have to be LeBron James or Ryan Day. That's the two it would have to be.
Okay, LeBron James. Who was the other one? Ryan Day.
Yes,
Why would you want to be Ryan Day?
because he hasn't been in coach for Ohio State that long, but like everyone respects him. So it's just like he been there for a long time, and I just feel like being here for a day, like it would like just change everything. Like I just want to see how he moves, how he works with everything. Being a head coach is just different from all the other coaches to me.
He's doing a lot of things right, my friend.
Yes, sir.
A lot of things right. He's pushing a lot of the right buttons right now. And that's huge. And then, of course, LeBron, you just want LeBron's money. That's all you want. No, I'm joking with you. I'm joking with you. He's a tremendous big athlete. I was beside him one time at a football game up in high school
Mm,
in Akron, and he's a big man. I can't believe how big he is and
mm.
can run like he does. It's crazy. Okay, let's talk about uh, school a little bit. How are your grades coming?
My grades are doing really well. We just finished the fourth quarter, and I'm maintaining a 3.4 GPA. So
That's
going.
really good. Any favorite subjects?
My favorite subject probably has to be science for sure.
Really, that's
Yeah.
really neat. Science. I'm an old English teacher,
Mm.
so I got to tell you, English is my favorite. Literature, American literature.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Another question. You know, what drives you? What drives you, Jalen? What drives you? What makes you go? What makes you tick? What makes you want to be so good?
What makes me want to be good is like for my family. I could just say that just like want to go out all out for them. Like my family does have like a big history and like sports and everything. So like I'm like the first like the runner up. So like I don't want to let nobody down. I just want to do what I got to do to make them proud. So that just drives me to make me do more, grind more, work hard work.
That's huge, man. That's huge. That's really, really good. Okay. We talked about words to live by and things like that. What drives you? what advice would you give to a freshman football player? Oh, you're getting up there where people will look up to you. What would you tell a freshman that first week of practice? What would you tell him?
I would tell a freshman to stay in the weight room, keep working, keep your grades up always, and surround yourself around the right people, not the wrong people.
Well, that's huge, man. That's really good too. Good answer. Okay, in 10 years, what do you think you'll be doing in 10 years?
What I plan on be doing and what I see myself doing is being in the National Football League. But if that doesn't, if that that's my 100% plan, but it could not work. It could work, but it would probably be fulfilling my things I wanted to do, like my major, or yeah, basically just my major, whatever.
Okay, good, good. Still there?
Yes.
Okay, I thought I bumped something here.
Mhm.
What what do you look at in recruiting right now? What do you see? What's going on in recruiting with you right now?
What I see is like a lot of schools are like taking a shot at me, just trying to like get me up to their program and like see their university, just trying to work out with their certain coaches, just to see if they like me. So like I'm just looking at all the schools and trying to get as much everywhere I can go, and just trying to do what I need to do just to like see where I can call home in a couple years. So
Good. Uh, who who's showing you some love right now? You
um,
more a little bit more. You had an offer or two, don't you?
yes,
Who's offered you?
Toledo, Akron, Marshall, Ball State.
Those are good schools.
Yeah.
Good schools, and you have to get in front of them because your video was just okay. But I mean, you moved around and they ran around. But boy, once they see you, I think it's good. I think it's exciting for you. Okay, just a couple more questions. What's one thing that nobody knows about you? One thing that nobody knows about you. You're going to tell me for the first time today.
Um, I would say
You're afraid of snakes. No, I hope.
that is true, but um, that like they don't see nothing that I do behind closed doors. Like
Okay, what do you? Let's go there then. What do you do when you're by yourself? What do you
I'm,
do when you're by yourself? Not friends. What do you do when you're by yourself?
when I'm by myself, I'm always doing something related to my craft. Like I'm always working on my craft. It could be either weightlifting or I go running. I do a lot of cardio. Just keep my endurance up. So that's what I really do by myself all the time.
That's really good. That's really good. Okay, I have two more questions. And the camps they're really important to you. What camp do you have coming up? Any camps coming up in the near future?
Yes, I have Youngstown State camp coming up. I have Tennessee's camp coming up, and I have Vanderbilt. I have Vanderbilt's camp. Well, it's a camp visit. So
Okay,
and
that's
I
good.
visit and I visit Ohio State on the 21st. So
You do what?
I visit the Ohio State the 21st. So
Are you going back there?
yes.
Okay, that's good too. And that's really I'm really happy for you. Okay, my last question. Uh, why would I recruit you? Why would I? How many big time players has Eastmoor had lately? How many? How? Why would I recruit you?
I feel like you would recruit me
Yeah.
because I'm a hard worker. I'm a hard working like athlete. My work ethic is like through the roof. Like you can always count on me behind closed doors. Like I just said, behind closed doors, like you won't have to worry about me doing something that I'm not supposed to do. Like everything that I do behind closed doors, it always translates to the field, no matter what it is. So
Good. That sounds really good. Plus, you're a pretty good football player.
yes,
But
sir.
I'm more, and then not worried, but I'm always concerned with every player what they are personally. So that's huge as well. Well, Jalen, I'm glad I watched the Ohio State camp. I'm glad we got this straightened out, and I messed up the first one. I'm glad you came back, and if there's anything I can do for you, please let me know. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you being on my show. Thank you.
Sir.
Stay with me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We should be done. Jalen, how are you tonight?
I'm doing pretty good, pretty well.
You've been working out.
Yes. Just got back. Just got back.
What did you work out tonight?